Hi everyone, you're on Mobi channel and it's great to see you back on my channel. It's been more than 2 weeks since the full 73rd episode and we still haven't gotten any leaks from Mr. Boom, but we have some information from an interview where they leaked a little bit about the plot of the next 74th episode. On my channel you have already seen some interesting theories about the next episode and I have a feeling that very soon we will see the first leak. But before that I suggest you once again to look at all the theories and all the information that we know about the next 74 episode. So in this video you will not only hear theories from me, but also maybe your theory today will sound in this video. But before you start, be sure to give me a like if you are looking forward to the new 74 episode as much as I am, and also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications on everything, in order not to miss the analysis of new leaks in the 74th episode in general. Also join my Discord server, because there will be the newest leaks about the 74th episode. But in any case, we begin. And I'll start right off with a rather interesting theory I read in my Discord server. It goes like this. If you have a look at episode 51, the description has been changed to Titan cameraman fights the giant Astro troops, meaning there are more Astros than we thought, and there were quite a few small and big Astros in that episode, meaning the Astros army could be just as big as the SKIBIDI toilet army. This could mean when Boom said bigger threats are brewing, he wasn't talking about just one very strong Astro, but a full army full of Astros that are like half of UTTVM's power. Not only to mention, we thought that the Astro toilet faction was at most created in episode 60, but this proved they've been around since at least episode 53. Well, if the Astro toilets race has a really big army, then they can only be defeated when the Alliance and SKIBIDI toilets unite. After all, the Astro toilets race is very strong and most likely if they attack them separately, Astro will easily destroy them. Thank you for your theory. And we move on, because the next theory from the comments is how cool, because this comment is what made the topic of this video, and here's what a subscriber wrote in the comments. There's really only 3 possible outcomes of EP 74 with what information we have. Titan TV Man and G Toilet fight and Titan TV Man wins, killing G Toilet, and then he teleports away to tend to the other Titans. G Toilet wins instead and Titan TV Man is forced to retreat. Either the secret agent or Astro toilets will intervene and Titan TV Man and G Toilet will reluctantly join forces for their survival. As for what happened to Titan Cameraman and Titan Speaker Man, we're probably going to see them as well. I'm assuming this based on the fact that EP 74 will take place immediately after EP 73 if I remember Elite Cameraman's interview of Mr. Boom correctly, and maybe Titan TV Man will teleport them out of the battlefield. I also think we can expect to see the Speaker Man base in EP 75-76 because Boom said he knows the exact episode, so it must be in the near future. We're guaranteed to see it before EP 80. Also there is a possibility that Simp Cameraman is the POV, but seeing that Boom said he has interesting plans for him, he may also not be the POV, but he will definitely appear. I also noticed that the scientists from the secret scene at the beginning of EP 73 have all been POVs in recent episodes. Plungerman, EP 70, Mecha Scientist, EP 72, Camera Woman, EP 73. So from that it is possible that the POV of EP 74 will either be Lucky Cameraman or the scientist on the immediate right of Mecha Scientist in the lab scene. I'm more in favor of the latter, and I also think there's a chance he's the detective from the end of EP 70. What do you guys think? And really, friends, write what you think about it in the comments. And thank you so much for writing such an elaborate theory about episode 74. I'm sure you guessed part of episode 74, and now we'll move on to the next part of this video, where I'll remind you about Mr. Boom's interview with Elite Cameraman and Steak. So let's start with Steak's interview with Mr. Boom. I also made a post on my YouTube that if on his channel this record will get 69,420 likes, then Mr. Boom will give an interview to YouTuber Steak, and since we jointly managed to do it, now we will analyze all the answers to the questions. So, the first interesting question is, will we see a new Titan in the series? To which Mr. Boom answers, yes. Agree, you didn't expect that answer either, right? And Elite Cameraman also asked a similar question and Mr. Boom answered, it's someone we've already seen. Well, post your theories in the comments, who could it be? Personally, I think Mr. Boom is hinting at a secret agent. And what if this new Titan just happens to appear in the new 74th episode? Remember I told you that most likely in episode 74 there will be a battle of G Toilet versus Titan TV Man, and who can stop them if not the secret agent himself? And what if in order for the secret agent to get into the Titan's digital mind, he has to become the Titan himself? Think about it and write what you think about it, and we'll move on. The next interesting question from Steak is, could Plungerman return to the series? To which Mr. Boom sends him a picture of Plungerman. But it looks like the answer is yes. And frankly, I don't think Mr. Boom means he's coming back as an agent. It's more likely that we'll see his deep past, how he went from human to Plungerman. I mean, we still don't know how humans became robot agents. Next question. Before the next episode, can you tell us about where the Titans will go? Will Titan Speakerman and Titan Cameraman fight? And Mr. Boom sends this image in response. Well, Elite Cameraman also asked him a similar question, and he got this response. They can do both. Well, most likely as I suspected. The Titans in the full 73 episode went after the Titan TV man to cover his selfish ass, and to make sure he didn't finally die there they went after him. Maybe only after episode 74 all the Titans will go to the lab to get some repairs and a small upgrade. Or maybe they'll all go to the new lab of the Speakerman agents, because as it turns out they have their own lab. How do I know that? Pay attention to the screen. Elite Cameraman asks Mr. Boom a question that goes something like this. We've already seen the TV men base and the cameraman base. Will we see the speaker base? Mr. Boom answers him, yes, I even know in which episode it will happen. And it makes sense why he knows which episode it's going to happen in, since he's the creator of the show. Or what if Mr. Boom is hinting at the fact that we will see the laboratory of the Speakerman agents in additional scenes for season 24. After all, the Speakerman Titan is in a very critical condition and needs repairs very urgently, so I guess we will see their labs sooner than we think. Now, if you will all pay attention to the screen, because this question is very interesting, I will literally quote it. It goes like this. Also, this reminds me, when you did a Q&A with one of the Russian analysis YouTubers, you mentioned to him that Simp Cameraman would come back. You said, possibly, could you give us any info about my ultimate rivals come back so that I can beat the shit out of him for trying to hug my beloved TV woman? And Mr. Boom responds, at first he will return in 74. Yeah, our Simp Cameraman is finally coming back to the show. And I'm insanely curious as to which side he'll be on. Or what if we are shown the past again? Maybe we will be shown the time when Simp Cameraman was human, also took care of TV woman when she was human. Overall, episode 74 looks like it's going to be very plot-rich. And the following answer to the question confirms it. Tut Elite asked a very detailed question for episode 74, to which Mr. Boom answered. 74 happens almost right after 73. This episode will be pivotal in the series. The next equally interesting question is, will we see new special agents along the lines of Plungerman and Dark Speakerman? To which Mr. Boom replies, yes. And frankly, I'm having trouble telling you who it might be. Maybe every race of agents will have a new special agent. Well, we'll see. And the last question I find interesting is this. We just met the first humans other than the secret agent. Are humans gonna play a big role moving forward in the series? Mr. Boom replies, they will play some role. You can watch the rest of the questions yourself in the videos on Elite Cameraman's channel. And now about the release of the new episode. Steak asked this question and Mr. Boom answered that it will be released in May. Well, I hope you're not left wondering when the new episode is coming out either. And based on all of Mr. Boom's answers about the 74th episode, it's going to be pretty big, and it looks like it's going to take longer than usual. Plus he doesn't plan to divide the 74th episode into parts, which means that the episode will probably be more than 7 or even 8 minutes long. But that's just my theory. I didn't ask Mr. Boom any questions. I don't want to distract him from making the episode. And besides, he has already told us a lot, and it will be much more interesting when we see everything ourselves instead of asking so many questions. But as soon as I have the opportunity to ask Mr. Boom a question, I will definitely use this opportunity. And you in the comments write what question you would ask Mr. Boom if you had such an opportunity. Because who knows? Maybe Mr. Boom watches my videos and will personally answer your question, which you will write in the comments. So episode 73 ended with Camera Woman and therefore the whole alliance discovering a small surviving group of humans. And also we were shown a new Elite Agent TV man. And by the way, I released a video about him recently. So if you have not seen it, be sure to watch it. But what's in store for us in episode 74? A battle? Humans? A new race? I don't think so. In episode 74 we will see the Titan TV man, who at the end of episode 73 was very angry that he could not finally defeat G-Toilet. We will also see G-Toilet and his assistants, as well as a secret agent. Remember the 47th episode, As I said before, I think the events will be partially repeated, and if you don't remember, but in the 47th episode we also saw the secret agent for the first time so close. I can guess that we might even see an episode on behalf of G-Toilet or Titan TV Man and agree, it would be cool to see an episode on their behalf. I also assume that most likely Titan TV Man will dominate the fight with G-Toilet, because he is almost unharmed and his extra TVs will attack G-Toilet's assistants and TV Man will fight Jimmy one-on-one. But at some point a secret agent will show up, and I think it will be the secret agent who will stop Titan TV Man from killing him. But why does the secret agent need G-Toilet? Despite the fact that this character is on the enemy side, he is very smart and cunning. He is a good strategist who always has a backup plan, and that is what will be needed to defeat Astro Toilets. Titans are of course also very much needed, and that's why they are still alive, but Titans only act as offense. Honestly, in the history of Skibidi Toilet I have not seen the Titans of the Alliance come up with any plan. They decide everything through battle, but then again, that's what Titans are for. Those were my theories about episode 74. Now let's talk about what we might see in the additional scenes for season 24. Just a reminder, in case you've forgotten, the next 74 episode will be the final episode of the 24th season, and after it the new 25th season will start, which will open with the 75th episode. So here are the extra scenes. I think there's gonna be 3 secret scenes in season 24. In one we will be shown the moment of teleportation of the secret agent, because not for nothing Mr. Boom made such attention on this moment. Next we will either show how TV Woman was saved, or more about the new elite agent TV Man, or an additional scene with people. As I said, this character is acting suspiciously and he is either infected with the Skibidi virus or on the contrary a successful experiment to get rid of the Skibidi virus. Well, the last extra secret scene will show us a little bit of moments that will put a fishing rod in the next season 25. Perhaps the scene will simply contain a small continuation of episode 74, but that's just my theory. So let's start with the Titans. In the full version of episode 73 we learned that the Titans survived the battle, but if Titan Cameraman can at least walk with a laser as a wand, Titan Speakerman can't walk at all. He literally lost all his functions. And also Titan Cameraman is so weak that he can't even fly. So where did they go? A lot of people think they went to the Alliance lab, but dudes, they are literally crawling on the ground, and at this rate they will only reach the lab by episode 100. So there are 2 plausible options: either Titan Cameraman went to look for parts for himself and his brother Titan Speakerman, or they went to the next location where Titan TV Man's fight with G-Toilet will continue. The Titans most likely know how the battle will end, and while Titan TV Man will have strength after a probable loss, all 3 of them will be moved to the lab, thanks to Titan TV Man's teleport. And after that the key characters of the next season will be the new elite agent TV Man, Camerawoman and possibly Detective Cameraman, or people will be the new main characters of the series. What do you think? Write your theories in the comments. Now let's talk about people, since we've already talked about them, and yes, I'm talking about this unusual person who doesn't wear headphones and behaves quite suspiciously. I looked at all the analysis of your favorite YouTubers and everything. Even Mobi says that this person is infected with the Skibidi virus, so he behaves like this. But then why is he holding a machine gun? Would the soldiers who are guarding the people let this mutated man near them? After all, it is possible that scientists have already invented something that can turn Skibidi Toilet into a human. And what if this is their first successful experiment? What if this person was already a Skibidi Toilet and the scientists were able to cure him, and perhaps this invention was the reason that the main laboratory of Alpha Hills was taken over by a Skibidi Toilet? What if the toilets didn't like the fact that they could be turned back into humans? And a similar thing already happened in the series, when the Alliance of Agents created an anti-parasitic cannon, and just like that their lab was attacked by the toilets. And if history always repeats itself, then that might be a valid theory. But then you probably have a question: if this character is a Skibidi Toilet who could be turned back into a human, then why is he still acting so weird? And the thing is, he's not fully human yet. He probably looks human again, but he still speaks Skibidi Toilet. I'm done with this topic. Now it is worth revisiting the new elite agent TV Man. Many believe that this agent is an assistant secret agent, because he is not noticed by other agents' cameramen. I believe that this new character is really just a new elite agent in the series. I do not believe that he is an assistant secret agent, because the characteristic color of a secret agent is green, and this TV man has a purple color. The cameramen do not pay attention to him, because most likely they have already seen this agent, or they just see the agent TV man. There is nothing to be surprised about. And besides camera woman, TV woman also sees him, which is probably why she made such a suspicious or disgruntled face, saying something like, "Couldn't you have come earlier?" So I believe that this new elite agent is completely on the side of the Alliance and not a secret agent. But anyway, you can write your theories in the comments under this video, and the most interesting ones will definitely be in one of my next videos. And now it's time for my crazy theories. And I don't think you're ready to hear it, but honestly I don't care, because I've already written the script and now you're watching this video. Both Titans are badly damaged, and what if the Alliance decides to merge the two Titans into one, and maybe Mr. Boom hinted us in the full version of episode 73. You can only imagine what a hybrid of Titan cameraman and speakerman would look like. I'm not saying it's 100% gonna happen. It's just my theory. And that's not all, because I advise you to watch my analysis of the secret scenes of the 73rd episode. The plot of the fan-favorite 74th episode begins with the POV cameraman in exoskeleton work destroying first the SKIBIDI hybrid, and he does it with a new weapon, which we have not seen before in the original series. Then POV cameraman defends himself from the attack of SKIBIDI toilet, moves forward, epically activates the claws on his left hand and destroys the SKIBIDI toilet. Next, the cameraman agents are coming towards him, but suddenly a SKIBIDI hybrid falls from the sky on one of them, and the second cameraman is destroyed by the hybrid with its weapon. All of this happens in front of the cameraman's POV. The SKIBIDI hybrid laughs and the POV is very angry, so he pulls out all his weapons and approaches the enemy in a fighting stance. But suddenly a big smoke appears nearby, and all attention is now focused on this smoke. The Titan TV man emerges from it, and as I said in my theories, the Titan TV man most likely followed G-Toilet. But then where is Jimmy himself? Luckily he doesn't have to wait long and he arrives at the Titan TV man. Jimmy says this phrase and activates his protective helmet. He then charges a green energy charge and fires it at the Titan. TV man catches the charge with his hand and absorbs it, using his reactor to become even stronger. But Jimmy doesn't wait for the Titan, so he immediately launches his attack. He unleashes all of his weaponry on the Titan. But as it turns out, TV man has already teleported and is already flying to G-Toilet to show him his new move, which he saw while watching a no-holds-barred fight. Next, the Titan TV man fires his sword at Jimmy, because as it turns out, he can do it. Jimmy survived the blow, but lost his rocket launcher. G-Toilet in turn charges his reactor and shoots a beam at Titan TV man, but he reflects it thanks to his sword and reflects it right back at Jimmy. He didn't like it and decided to push TV man. He did it so hard that TV man couldn't stay on his feet. But again, as it turned out, TV man, unnoticed by G-Toilet, was able to teleport and make a powerful blow from the air. TV man Titan was in a very advantageous position. Taking advantage of this, he did not hesitate to pierce the head of the Titan G-Toilet, but he is still alive. Then TV man remembered how he finished with the robot scientist and decided to use this technique here. G-Toilet, despite all his damage, still defended himself. But it didn't last long, and then TV man's laser began to burn through his head, but suddenly the Astro toilet, who had almost destroyed G-Toilet, appeared in this location. He loads a powerful charge and fires it at Titan TV man. So TV man stops attacking G-Toilet and is almost defeated, because then the Astro Juggernaut grabs Titan TV man by his TV and loads his powerful cannon again. But the Titan is too weak to resist his opponent, so his death seems inevitable. But suddenly Jimmy finds the strength to stand up, activates his new device and saves the Titan TV man from imminent death. The Astro toilet then flies away, but not for long, and during this time the Titan TV man thanks G-Toilet and teleports away. But then Astro toilet comes back and destroys G-Toilet. That's the ending of this fan version. But why do I think this fan version will be a bit like the original? I assume that G-Toilet will fight for an alliance in the near future, because in order for them to defeat Astro Toilet they will need to join forces. But the author of this animation did not take into account one point. From recent information we know that in the 74th episode will return Simp Cameraman, and here we have not seen it. Unless it was POV Cameraman himself in an enhanced exoskeleton. We haven't gotten any official leaks about episode 74 yet, but I think we'll know something soon. So in the meantime, write your theories about the new episode, because who knows? Maybe you will be the one who will predict the plot of the new 74th episode. And if you are bored waiting for the new episode, then subscribe to my second channel, because their videos are released almost every day, and also now on your screens are my other videos, so choose your favorite and enjoy your viewing.